to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your support of me and of each other in the comment section. You guys are really amazing to each other. You guys have been looking out for me with the spammers. I've been noticing you guys have been like going to bat with them. So thank you so much for that. You guys are amazing. I want to welcome anyone who is finding themselves here for the very first time and ask you to join our family. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave me a comment below any of my videos because I offer a chance to win a free reading with me. You just have to leave a comment under my videos and make sure you hit the notification bell so that I can find you and notify you if you are chosen the winner. I'm going to be announcing or contacting the winner today and announcing that on the community tab a little bit later. But today's pick a card reading, we're here, and it's a suggested reading from the comment section. So thank you to the subscriber who suggested this reading. Today's topic is, how would they feel if you reached out to them? What would go through their mind? What would their thoughts be if you reached out to this person on your mind and no contact perhaps? I have 3 piles for you to choose from today. I have pile number 1 here with this dark succulent and this piece of chalcedony. It's kind of beautiful point here. Pile number 2 with the pink succulent and the purple amethyst. And pile number 3 with the light green succulent and the pink amethyst, which is kind of interesting. So whichever pile or rocks or succulents are calling out to you, please check out my description box below for the timestamp. There may be a message waiting for you from Spirit today. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today is, how would they feel if you reached out to them? What would their thoughts be if you made a move and reached out to them? Pile number 1. Hello everybody, in pile number 1 you were drawn to this piece of chalcedony. I hope I'm saying that right. I probably am not. Or to this dark succulent. If you're curious where I got this, the link is below, earthsistergems.com. And this is your reading. How would the person on your mind feel if you reached out to them? This could be a crush situation where you're just considering reaching out to somebody. This could be a long-standing no contact situation. Whatever the case may be, how would this person feel if you were the one to reach out? What would go through their mind if you reached out to them? How would they feel if you reached out to them? We have the Hermit here. So you may be asking about a Virgo. How would they feel if you reached out to them? Ooh, 3 of Swords. Ooh. The Ace of Swords. We have the 7 of Wands coming out with the Tower. They did not want to be separated, so we will not separate them. We have Leo energy at the back of the deck so far, but let's clarify this row first before we get into your message. How would your person feel if you reached out to them? What would they think? We have the Queen of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles. The King of Cups. And the 10 of Cups. Back of the deck is the 7 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. Oh, it's breakthrough is what I kept hearing, was breakthrough. It would be like this sense of being released from something, you know. It's like that you've been on their mind, or the situation between the 2 of you has been on their mind quite a bit. And it's been something they've been waiting for here at the 7 of Pentacles. And something I feel like they've almost given up on is the idea of you reaching out first. They've been patiently waiting for it, or impatiently waiting, depending on how you want to look at things. And here this 10 of Swords is probably one of the most violent depictions of the 10 of Swords that I've come across in all of my decks. It just, you know, it's a hopeless situation is how they were kind of looking at things, because I feel like it's been a really long time between the two of you of no contact, perhaps in some cases. And in this case, it's a breakthrough. Here is the Four of Wands. This sense of breaking through new doors, or a return to my desires, a return to my home of sorts. The Hermit with the Queen of Pentacles, there could definitely be some earth energy here on your side or their side with this Virgo energy. And the Hermit has been holding out that hope, but it's been a long time. There's been it almost feels like someone's grown up throughout this period of disconnect. It's like we've grown, we've changed, we've lived an entire lifetime almost, it seems like, between how things used to be and how things are right now. And in the current state that they're sitting in, this Three of Swords, it's a sadness, it's a disappointment. But on the profound side of things, it's not just, oh, I'm disappointed. It's like, this is like a benchmark in my life. This connection is a benchmark. There are things that I did, or things that happened or didn't happen, that really sort of paved the way for certain paths that I took. You know, it took you on a tangent, but it started in this connection somehow. And this Six of Coins is like a release. You know, I know that they're sharing here these coins, but almost like I got this first impression of this fly being released from this container. It's like I'm finally being released. And the breakthrough sort of continued with this emotional hope that comes through, because they had sort of convinced themselves of the worst possible outcome in the situation. It's like the Ace of Swords slices through that confusion and this perceived imprisonment that they for such a long time had, and I don't want to say they put their, because they didn't want it to be the case, but they had sort of set themselves up for that disappointment of never hearing from you. But then all of a sudden, here's the King of Cups. This emotional outburst, being overcome by waves of emotion when that contact comes through. And it just breaks down this barrier. The Tower creates this epiphany, creates chaos, perhaps emotionally. That moment, you know, that moment when you haven't heard from someone in a while and you hear their name, or you hear something about them and your stomach turns over in a knot. It's just this whoop. And that's sort of what this Tower is really feeling like to me. It's this epiphany. It's like, boom. It's like everything I thought that I wanted is on my doorstep right now. And then the emotional abundance sets in. The hope for more, the Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness. Oh, it opens up a whole new opportunity, like a whole new opportunity in their mindset when it comes to you and the two of you. So it's a real roller coaster of emotion that you would set them on a course on, but they would definitely be feeling more hopeful and less heartbreak. How would they feel if you reached out, please? What would they think? Wisdom. They would want to express to you as well about how much they've learned and gained. And again, it feels like there's been a very long period of time that you've been apart, or there's been a lot of like growing up or ascension that has happened. Oh, look at, we have the Trickery card. It's kind of like the Victim Mentality card in the reverse. We have the Miracle card. And the Miracle card is pretty self-explanatory, like something that I was convinced is finished. All of a sudden, something new is blooming. A possibility is opening up. We have the Trickery card. This acorn is green in color. It needs to ripen. It needs to be planted at the right time of year. It's winter in this scene. It's like this sense of convincing myself of failure because it hasn't worked out to this point, but I hadn't planted it in the right conditions in the first place. So why was I trying? It's like being honest with yourself. And they've been suffering in their recognition, in their clarity, or their perceived clarity, because, you know, we always have our own version of the truth. We have expansion on the back of that deck. How would they feel if you reached out? We have the Observer sitting on that egg of potential. Overcoming their, because they don't have the power to overcome their fears to make the approach in some cases. We have time to go. Presented with an opportunity that they will want to run towards after just spending a lot of time, I think, in from afar, watching you, getting little snippets of information wherever they can. We do have go the distance. I feel like they would take full advantage of the opportunity. I really do. I feel like they would use this Tower moment to shift everything and change everything up. With that emotional abundance, this Ten of Cups sitting here as a prize waiting for them, coming from this place to this emotional abundantly, like an emotional abundance is profound. They're going to take advantage of that. How would they feel if you reached out first? How would they feel if you reached out first? Be more selfish. They would act. They would act in ways that maybe they didn't in the past, but they let opportunities pass them by. They are waiting for you, and that's what I said. They don't have the capacity to approach you. They don't have the courage, perhaps, or the ability at this time, because they've given up. You know, they have this mindset that it's over, and they're trying to prepare themselves for the worst. Listen to your heart. That wave of emotion that will hit them so hard. It'll clarify the over dramatic response that maybe they had energetically to the disconnect. Definitely. It's like color is introduced back into their experience. I would do anything for you. I feel like that is the Ten of Cups in representation. I'm not sure if that's what the author intended, but that's always the feeling that I get. It says now is not the time, and then it was in the reverse when it came out. And I think that that's an important placement. We have the Ace of Wands, because I feel like this, if you reached out, it would be this opportunity for them to really start to conjure up a brand new plan of action. And the Ten of Swords does talk about the ability to do that. If we can withstand the storm, if we can overcome the darkness, we can formulate a new plan of action. This one feels hopeless, but this connection, if you reached out, would create a new place to start, a new opportunity, a new fresh chance. It would like awaken the entire thing. Let's give it one more. How's this person feeling right now, please? How would they feel if you reached out? I know more than you think. I've been keeping tabs on you. They've been watching your social media. Pause to brighten you up a little bit. How would they feel if you reached out? Group 1. I've thought about surprising you with a date. It was you. It was always you. It would just be, it just feels like they would be so happy and relieved. It would be such a relief to that Three of Swords. Pain, misery. I've been hurt by love before. In this connection, I've been feeling your presence around me. It's almost like they're conjuring you up, but I feel like, because I feel like they do keep a close eye on you. You know, this fox has this telescope secretly watching you from afar. I've been manifesting this connection, though. The back of the deck says, I hold back because I don't want to get rejected by you. Which is pretty fitting, I feel like, in this connection. But let's get a charm bowl for you. Group 1, how would your person feel if you contacted them, if you reached out? They'd be very excited. So far, let's see. In the bowl, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Six of Cups is a beautiful reunion card. It's like my soulmate returning to me. You may have actually grown up with this person or went to school with them. They may have been friends with you, perhaps in the past as well. But it just shows like a desire to be generous with you, a desire to almost like, it's like they want to spoil you rotten. They want to build a strong foundation. And like I said, they're not going to lose this opportunity, because the Knight of Swords is here with that sword of truth, and he's charging in. He's making change. He's taking advantage. He expects it to lead him to this beautiful place. It's like a complete 180 of how they're feeling right before that message comes through. And they're not going to waste it, because they have plans to start building with you. And they'd feel like a king, like a queen. Like they'd feel so happy and secure. We have Y and A. We have the squirrel. The squirrel's the most nervous creature in the world, but they managed to plant those beautiful acorns, those seeds of potential, and to create life and expansion where they never thought possible. And it's like through the nerves they create all of this potential. And I giggled because I thought about the nervous energy this person's going to feel, but the excitement that they're going to feel at the potential of what could be. It says, how I feel about you makes my heart long to be free in the bowl. We have an S in the bowl as well. We also have a quarter in the bowl. From 1995, the 25th of the month could be significant. 95 could be significant as well. We have a feather looking at things from a higher perspective. And we have the peace sign. Peace to someone's heart, perhaps. All right, pile number one, that is what I have for you today. This is how they would feel if you reached out to them. If this resonates, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification if you haven't already done so. Leave me a comment so that I can enter you for a chance to win a free reading with me. I'll be notifying the winner today, actually, and announcing that later on. But I hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Take care. Hello everybody, in group number 2, you were drawn to this beautiful piece of amethyst, and we have the little, I can't even remember the name of that now, the succulent. This is your reading. How would the person on your mind feel if you reached out to them? How would they feel? How would they feel if you reached out to them? Pile 1. Ooh, we have the Emperor, feeling like the king, like the divine masculine here. You could be dealing with a Taurus. How would they feel if you reached out? How would they feel if you reached out? The Nine of Pentacles. How would they feel if you reached out? The Ten of Cups. The Nine of Swords. Ooh, so it's this sort of like this mixed bag. It's like they'd be feeling like a king. They'd be feeling pretty good. But then all of a sudden we've got some of this anxiety and a little bit of anxiousness here. Some burdens on the back of the deck. So let's clarify this row and see what's going on. How would they feel if you reached out to them? The Seven of Wands. The Queen of Wands. The Three of Pentacles. How would they feel if you reached out to them? The Three of Cups. Back of the deck is the Queen of Swords, and we have the Ace of Wands here. So Queen of Swords on the back of the deck is this card about action and truth and justice. She's not afraid to cut people out of her life if she's not being served properly by them. And we have this Ace of Wands. So it's sort of like this mixed bag of how they would feel. Like I said, it would bring them some anxiety, because I do feel like some of you are dealing with someone who may actually be involved in another type of situation. This situation could be a third party. It could be a job that keeps their attention, but it does feel like an emotional connection here, some sort of emotional situation with children perhaps even, so take that as it resonates. Always remember, I'm dealing with the collective energy, so if it doesn't resonate with your situation, you can try a different pile or a different reading. But in some cases, they may have evolved. They're really concerned about their position here, and it's their position and how they view that position and their role in life that is the obstacle towards you. It's not the attraction or the desire for you. That's here in droves. You could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius here with this beautiful Queen of Wands, but there's also something a little bit, it's fire and it's ice, you know, there's something attractive about her, but it feels dangerous too. This black cat is this reminder of how she can be a little bit intimidating sometimes. There's something dangerous about her. So they're concerned about their desire for you overcoming them and kind of having an effect on this position that they've built up for themselves. It brings them some anxiety. It brings them some clarity, and it helps to kind of fuel some fantasy here, but it also brings them some anxiety. And it could be because there could be here's another queen. There could be a different queen here, or a different situation where I'm concerned about my position. It could be an actual partner that they're concerned about. Again, a sense of children for some of you, so take that as it resonates. That's not for everyone. But it does clarify in their mind. It does clarify in their mind what or how you feel about them, and sort of how it makes them feel. We have this Three of Cups here, and this is a reunion card. But it's being, you know, it's being cloaked by this anxiety. So I'm going to get a little bit of information. How would they feel, please, Spirit, if they reached out? The Moon. I feel like they would feel like they'd have to hide it from somebody. They feel like they would have to mask it. Yeah, like I feel like they would have to mask it from someone, because we have the Nine of Cups reversed and the Nine of Wands. So it's like a dream come true, but it's also my worst nightmare. Like it's giving me a lot of excitement. It's giving me a lot of hope. It's filling up my cup and all of these things, but it's also plaguing me into worry. So I feel like they would feel the necessity to hide it, perhaps. But they would also see it again as an opportunity, and it would create this moment of pause. I don't feel like they would respond to you right away if they allow themselves to respond to you at all. They would see it as an opportunity, but I don't know that they would respond to you right away, if at all, because it excites them. It makes them feel excited, but they're also really focused upon these responsibilities, and they feel like they have to see these things through first before they can approach you. There's that Knight of Pentacles. It's a very dependable, this person could very well be that earth sign, very dependable type of energy, really focused on their priorities. It would excite them, but it would also plague them into worry. But I'm going to clarify that Ten of Cups, please, Spirit. The Five of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. And the Five of Wands. Back of the deck is the Hanged Man. So this person is feeling a little bit stuck. There's the Empress. There could be, again, that sense of children, of motherhood, the Emperor and the Empress together, a sense of responsibility. And it's this foundation that actually leaves them feeling this emotional destitution, makes them feel insecure, makes them feel jealous towards you, makes them feel restless as well, feeling kind of, you know, the idea of being trapped with the Hanged Man energy and the Three of Pentacles. Nobody traps you in a foundation like that. It's our actions, our intentions that lead us to this place. So they've got a little bit of the need for the Queen of Swords, a need for clarity to come in for them. Because it almost, honestly, like, it sounds terrible, but there's almost a sense of them resenting their current situation because that communication comes in from you. And that leads them to that state of apathy where they're starting to not appreciate where they're sitting in life right now, and leads them to this Nine of Swords. So there is that sense of them almost feeling, and it's a lower level kind of immature attitude to have of like passing the buck, you know, feeling mad at the people around you because they are around you. But there was a sense of that, of them feeling a little bit frustrated with their situation because this is what they want, but now they're having to contend with their reality, this, all of this that they're worried about. We have regeneration. It ignites something inside of them. It gives them reason to pause. It gives them reason to hope that there could be a future here, an ability to mend what was broken between you. And we have to be fair coming out as well. This idea of judgment, I'm sorry, not judgment, temperance, balance. But judgment as well with the scales. Again, the owl is a sense of clarity, looking at things from a higher perspective and seeing things clearly instead of resorting to passing the buck or scapegoating the situation. We have the yang. You reaching out to this person would create this Ace of Wands, would create a little bit of a firestorm of intention. The desire for more. Will they act upon it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that they would. They would want to, and I think that adds to this frustration, that Five of Pentacles mentality of loss and feeling left out of something, feeling left behind in something as well. How would they feel if you reached out to them, please? We have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Conjuring up all sorts of ideas. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. It's going to make them like sort of question, we have new love here, question everything that's going on, question all of their choices leading up to this point, which in the leads them to this future of sort of this sleeplessness, thinking about the contact nonstop 24/7 type of energy. How would they feel if you reached out, Spirit? Let's move these out of the way so we don't create a huge mess for ourselves, for me. How would they feel if you reached out? You already know. And the I'm ready card came out. The Fool, wanting to leap without thinking. Wanting to leap without thinking. Listen to your heart. The desire to kind of throw caution to the wayside. The desire to just cut everything and anything out of my life that isn't serving this transformation that I want to see. Maybe. And that's the caveat. It's like, but there's all of this that I have to contend with. There's a lot of practical issues at play here. I need more time. So that sense of being ready, wanting to leap, but holding themselves back. Like I said, I don't know that they would act upon it. I don't know that they would respond. They definitely wouldn't respond immediately. I'm sorry. It's like, I'm sorry that I didn't listen to my heart. You make me want to do bad things is on the back of this deck. And under that we have the you are wrong. It's like, I don't want to admit that, but how would they feel if you reached out to them? I know you're my twin flame. And with the soulmate card, yes, this is your soulmate. It's an acknowledgement of, I guess, the clarity that they've had, that they already are experiencing right this moment now. This inspired thought that maybe they have tucked away. I've been expanding my spiritual knowledge. I'm not hiding the connection for the wrong reasons. And I do talk about you to friends, perhaps. But I feel like almost like they talk to themselves as well about you. I do want to make things right with you. Give me that opportunity. I do pray about us. This person feels like a spiritual person. Maybe not traditionally spiritual. I know more than you think is on the back of the deck. So keeping tabs on you, or giving the indication that they're keeping tabs on you. Let's get a charm bowl for you, group 2. What would they think or say or do? What would happen, or how would they feel if you reached out? I think I lost one. Did I? I did. The King of Cups. So feeling like waves of emotion hitting me. An abundance of love. 5 of Swords, but not feeling like I can do much about it. And the Ace of Cups. Oh, it's like this desire. It's overwhelmed with emotion, but there's that 5 of Swords in the middle, putting a halt to it, allowing my pride or my ego to rise above my emotional desires. And it's like there's nobody winning in the situation at this moment. Feeling like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place here with that 5 of Swords. But it's going to well things up. It's going to stir the pot. We have T and R and T again. We have the sword. And there's like a cat on the edge of this sword. It's like the sword of truth. It takes a lot of courage to wield it. It takes a lot of courage to do and reach out, you know, to create this intention, and or to have the intention and then act upon it. We have the whale tail going with the flow and expression of our emotions. We have the sea star, which is a symbol of healing ourselves from within. Cool, somebody acting cool and collected. We have the Bible, and we have Gemini. Somebody could be a Gemini with that sword in the bowl as well. All right, group number 2, that is what I have for you today. What would they feel if you reached out to them? If this resonates, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to join our community and subscribe to this channel. Please hit the notification bell if you do, because I do offer a chance to win a free reading with me. I'll be announcing the winner of that today sometime. You can check out my links below for Etsy for private readings, or for Instagram. If you go to my Etsy page and it's empty, it just means that I have sold out for that day. But I do update on weekdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so please check back often. But I really wish that you would come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you come back and have a great day. Take care. Hello everybody. In group number 3, you were drawn to this beautiful little succulent, or perhaps to the pink amethyst here. And this is your reading. Tuck it in somewhere. If you were to reach out to the person on your mind, how would they feel? What would they think if you reached out to them? How would your person think and feel? Sorry if that's loud for those of you who are in headphones. How would they feel if you reached out to them? You could be asking about a friend. I just saw the 3 of Cups. Maybe you had a falling out with a friend, or it's been a really long time. How would they feel if you reached out to them? We have the 7 of Swords. The Judgment. How would they feel if you reached out to them? The 2 of Cups. Ooh. So we have the 7 of Wands, and we have the 4 of Cups coming out as well. Back of deck is the 3 of Swords right now. Let's clarify that 7 of Swords, please. How would they feel if you reached out to them? The Son of Wands. The 5 of Cups. The Moon. I feel like we're running out of space with these big cards. How would they feel? The Page of Swords. Back of the deck is the 2 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So how would they feel if you reached out to them? So our backup deck is this Two of Pentacles, and it talks about indecision and juggling and feeling unbalanced, particularly in life. We have the Hierophant in support of that, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So it does show that this person maybe has some growing up to do, or has had some growing up to do, and has tackled some of that issue a little bit, because we do see that in the past there could have been some dishonesty or secrecy involving this person, and it could have been because of their propensity to maybe not think before they act. Maybe they rushed into situations. They made a lot of stupid mistakes in this connection, or in this, it could be a friendship. It doesn't have to be necessarily a love connection, but they made a lot of stupid mistakes, or there was a lot of trust issues or dishonesty in the past. And they've had time to really reflect upon that. And if you were to sort of reach out to them, it would really shine a light on the insecurities that they have, because they feel like what they did in the past is the end all be all with you, and that's it. You know, there's no second chances, there's no light at the end of the tunnel, there's no resurrection, because we have this Judgment card, and they've judged themselves pretty harshly, or they felt other people have judged them harshly as well, and now they're sort of thrust into despair. This poor horse doesn't see any of those cups. He's just looking down. It's like a pony at one of those terrible fairs where they're just going in a circle all day long for $2 a ride. It's a sense of listlessness about the whole situation. And it adds to this sense in the future here, this prospects for the future. They don't feel like there are many. They feel like their ship has sailed, even though the reach out kind of lightens things up a bit, but it highlights their insecurities as well, because they've had time to see what they have missed out on or what they've lost, and what they have discovered is the fact that their carelessness may have allowed the true love of their life, and that's what I'm hearing, like the love of my life slipped through my fingers. And so when you reach out to them, it sort of shines a light on the fact that, you know, maybe I have a bit of a chance, but now I am required to act upon it. I'm required to be honest. I'm required to show growth. I'm required to push through the obstacles that led us here in the first place. And this Four of Cups shows this sense of, I don't know if I'm ready to do that. I don't know if I'm prepared yet to ascend in the way that I need to make changes in this connection. But when you reach out to them, it's sort of, it both lights them up, but it also kind of makes them feel insecure, makes them feel like they're unworthy of that second chance. And so when they feel unworthy of that second chance, they don't act upon the second chance, or they may not act upon the second chance. I feel like if you reached out to them, they would instantly rush to your social media pages and just scour them for as much information as they possibly can get on you, because this Page of Swords is here trying to educate themselves with as much information as possible, to enlighten themselves, and I feel like that is the saving grace. That will be what brings the truth in, is their urge to do so shows that there's still a fire lit inside of them, shows that there's still hope for them. They are acknowledging, though, that they've had time to realize the past and the mistakes that they've made there. How would they feel if you reached it? Let's clarify that Two of Cups, please, Spirit. We have the World and we have Justice. And we have the Four of Wands. Back of the deck is the Emperor. It's like they see an opportunity where they figured it was already done and gone. They figured that that opportunity had already passed them by, and all of a sudden, and they don't even feel like they deserve the opportunity, which is why they're feeling like this in the future, this Four of Cups energy. They don't feel like they deserve the opportunity that you're presenting them. They don't feel like they deserve they deserve this opportunity. They don't feel like they deserve it. Even though it is a beautiful opportunity, even though it is a gateway, they don't feel like they deserve that opportunity. Can we please clarify that Hierophant, please, Spirit? We have the Tower energy here, back of deck. There is a fear here of like repeating past mistakes. And I can't ignore, you know, this Eight of Swords with the Hierophant and the King of Pentacles. For some of you watching, this person, perhaps, maybe you were even married to them, and this was a huge breakdown. Their actions caused a huge amount of confusion and chaos and irreversible change in an actual marriage. So take that as it resonates. They're acknowledging this Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, and their actions creating this chaos. So please take that as it resonates. They don't feel like they deserve they deserve the second chance. They don't feel like they deserve it. Can we clarify that Page of Swords, please? Seven of Cups. There's a confusion as to why you're even doing it. There's a confusion as to why you're even reaching out to them. And it feels to them like it's coming on very suddenly as well. But at the same time, it does allow them to start to wonder about what could be. It does start to open up that possibility. You know, it opens up this possibility of, you know, am I able to work on this with this Eight of Pentacles? Are we able to work on this connection in the future? It opens up a little glimmer of hope for them. How would they feel if you reached out? Mysticism. It's like a door that's unopened. All of these layers of things that the two of you have gone through, and I feel like there's been a lot that you two have to sift through, but it's like this door, they don't know what's behind it. And it's because they were convinced that door was closed, that they had closed it long ago. We have bittersweet. They're happy, but it also makes them have to revisit this past pain, this past experience, and everything that went on between the two of you. And we have abundance at the back of the deck as an advice card from Spirit on how to help those feelings and to help to elevate ourselves a little bit, because it's about perspective. You know, we can either take the past and we can wallow in it, or we can take it and we can learn from our past mistakes, and we can carry that knowledge into future things, into future connections, future experiences, and use it like a tool in our arsenal to create more abundance and to create a better outcome for ourselves. It's all about perspective. This person has a pretty bad perspective when it comes to everything that happened in the past. But reaching out to them in that way would allow them a glimmer of hope for a new beginning here with the Judgment and the Two of Cups. For the two of you, for this soulmate connection. It's like they didn't realize what they had until they walked away, walked out of their life. How would they feel if you reached out? Fork in the road. A benchmark, an opportunity, a chance. We have the Fates. And with that Two of Cups, again, 1 and a 7 though is like the 8, like working towards it though. Like, yes, it's fated, but understanding that our fate requires action. We also have All That Glitters, and the chopped wood card is on the back of the deck too. It's going to take work, taking the masks off, not worrying about other people's opinions, pushing through the obstacles in front of us in order to create movement here. How would they feel if you reached out to them? Two of them. Your family won't like me. Because I do feel like for some of you watching, there might have been an actual commitment that was broken down here. And so that's why the masks have to come off and people have to stop worrying about other people's opinions, because I feel like there's some heavy opinions from your family, perhaps from friends on this connection, on this person. I am terrified. Terrified of your family, perhaps. Terrified of consequences, of repeating past mistakes. I just want space. I feel like they just want peace. I'm open to compromise. If I follow you, I could lose everything. You may resonate with the message that this person could be in a solid situation right now. So please take that as it resonates. If they are stuck in an actual foundation at the moment, I think we should see other people. They could very well have someone else on the go. We have seek professional advice coming out as well, though. I don't know if they have maybe talked to somebody as far as a counselor or perhaps even legal advice. How would they feel if you reached out to them? How would they feel if you reached out to them? Some people don't want to see us together, but I don't care. I feel because of past mistakes and because of the stigma around that. I've been hurt by love before. I feel like you've been hurt by love before as well. I was in denial about how important you were to me. No one can change my love for you. And don't focus on who wants me, I want you. I've been receiving your telepathic messages. And the back of the deck says, I am not blind to the signs, I do see them. Let's get a charm bowl for you, group 3. A charm bowl, please, for group number 3. How would they feel if you reached out to them? Oh, 3. We have the 5 of Pentacles. It's in the reverse position. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the 4 of Pentacles. So that communication coming in out of the blue is going to shake up a foundation that they have in place right now. It's either a foundation of a physical nature, a home type situation, or it's a protection of my heart chakra. It's me protecting my ego from getting bruised again. But we have this 5 of Pentacles here in the book, in the bowl, and it talks about feeling destitute, feeling lost, worrying about physical, actual, like tangible losses. But it also talks about, you know, hope returning when it's in the reverse position. It talks about recovery from this type of energy. So it does lighten up this person's energy, but it also thrusts them into a little bit of insecurity because they thought that whatever happened in the past was like kind of a done deal. We have the Sea. We have the love between a grandmother and a granddaughter is forever. We have Leo in the bowl. We have the Eiffel Tower, Paris in the bowl. We have Our Lady in the bowl, so motherhood. You could have children with this person. We have the Infant of Prague in here as well. There could be a Catholic connection. We also have a cross. We have 2 saws, 2 hand saws. Like both of you had a really hard time letting go or cannot let go. We have this foundation block, building up in a foundation. I think of the Hierophant when I see that charm, and I think about marriages as well. So it could have been a marriage, so take that as it resonates. We have a little teeny tiny butterfly, like a teeny tiny amount of hope left for transformation here on somebody's end. We have the ear of corn, and we have the siren in the bowl too, this mermaid, which is like a temptation or something luring me. All right, group 3, that is what I have for you today. How would they feel if you reached out to them? If this resonates with you, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell if you feel called to. And if you do, please leave me a comment below so I can enter you in for a chance to win a reading with me. I'll be making the announcement to the winner today for that, actually. You can check out my links below for Etsy. That's where I offer private readings. If you go to my page and the listing page is empty, it just means I've sold out. They have been selling out very quickly. I do post by 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on weekdays. And just keep checking back, connect with me on Etsy. I try to help people out. I try to, like, I can't hold space through the Etsy platform, but I try to, like, work around it so that we can get you a reading however we can manage it. So please reach out to me if you feel called to. But I hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Take care.